Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into a topic that affects every single one of us: money. But we're not just talking about budgets and spreadsheets. We're going inside your head to uncover the sneaky mental traps your brain sets for you, making you spend, save, and invest in ways that aren't always in your best interest. It's fascinating, a little scary, but knowing about these habits is the first step to taking back control. So, let S get into the 7 money habits your brain uses against you without you even knowing it. First up is the present bias. Our brains are hardwired for immediate gratification. Think about it. Our ancestors needed to focus on surviving today, not planning for retirement thousands of years from now. This bias makes that $5 latte right now feel way more valuable than the $5 you could invest for your future self. That future self feels like a stranger. So, spending on a small pleasure today feels like a concrete win, while saving feels like a vague, distant sacrifice. This is why we might splurge on a fancy dinner instead of adding to our emergency fund. The immediate joy just feels more real. To fight this, try to make your future self more tangible. Create a vision board of your retirement goals, or write a letter to your future self describing the life you want. This makes the future feel more personal and worth saving for. Next, we have the sunk cost fallacy. This one is a classic. It's that feeling you get when you've already invested time, money or effort into something, so you feel like you have to see it through, even if it's a total disaster. Ever sat through a terrible movie just because you paid for the ticket? Or kept pouring money into a failing business idea because you'd already invested so much? That's the sunk cost fallacy at work. Your brain hates admitting a loss. It feels like a failure. So, it tricks you into thinking that putting in more resources will somehow salvage the initial investment. The rational move is to cut your losses and walk away, but our emotions get in the way. The key here is to ask yourself, if I were starting from scratch today, would I still make this investment? If the answer is no, it's time to let go. The third mental trap is called anchoring. Our brains love shortcuts, and one of its favorites is to latch on to the first piece of information it receives. This first piece of info, or anchor, then heavily influences all subsequent decisions. This is why sales are so effective. See a shirt originally priced at $100, now on sale for $50. Your brain anchors to that $100 price. It's making $50 seem like an incredible bargain, even if the shirt was never really worth $100 to begin with. You end up buying it not because you need it, but because the perceived deal is too good to pass up. To avoid this, always do your own research. Before making a big purchase, ignore the initial price tag and determine what you believe the item is actually worth to you. Number 4 is the herd mentality. We are social creatures, and we have a deep-seated need to belong. This translates into our financial decisions, too. When we see everyone else jumping on a hot stock, a new cryptocurrency, or a real estate boom, we feel an intense pressure to do the same. This is driven by FOMO, the fear of missing out. We think if everyone else is getting rich, I can't be the one left behind. But following the herd can be incredibly dangerous. The herd is often driven by emotion, not logic, and by the time you join in, the opportunity might already be gone, or worse, you might be buying at the very peak of a bubble. The solution is to have a solid financial plan and stick to it. Base your decisions on your own goals and research, not on what the crowd is doing. Coming in at number 5 is overconfidence. Many of us, especially when we've had a few small wins, tend to overestimate our own knowledge and skill. Maybe you picked a couple of winning stocks, and suddenly you feel like the next Warren Buffett. This overconfidence can lead you to take on way too much risk, like putting all your money into one speculative investment or not diversifying your portfolio. Your brain starts to filter out information that contradicts your belief in your own genius. It's called confirmation bias. You only pay attention to the success stories that support your decisions and ignore the warning signs. Humility is your best friend in finance. Acknowledge that you don't know everything, that luck plays a role, and that the market is unpredictable. Always stay diversified and never invest more than you can afford to lose. The sixth sneaky habit is mental accounting. This is how our brain puts money into different imaginary buckets based on where it came from or what it asked for. For example, you might treat a tax refund or a small lottery win as fun money and blow it on something frivolous. But you'd be much more careful with money from your regular paycheck, even though logically money is money. A dollar is a dollar, no matter its source. This mental separation can lead to poor decisions. You might be carrying high-interest credit card debt while simultaneously keeping a chunk of cash in a low-interest savings account for a vacation fund. The most rational move would be to use that cash to pay down the debt, saving you a ton in interest payments. Try to see all your money as one single pool of resources and allocate it in the most logical way to reach your overall financial goals. And finally, number 7, the pain of paying. Not all payment methods feel the same to our brains. Like swiping a credit card is almost painless. Tapping your phone even easier? Our brain doesn't register it as a real loss of resources in the same way it does when you hand over physical cash. When you see that cash leaving your hand, it triggers a small sense of loss, a little pain that makes you think twice about the purchase. Credit card companies know this. They make the process as smooth and frictionless as possible because they know it encourages you to spend more. A simple way to counteract this is to use cash for certain spending categories, like groceries or entertainment. The physical act of handing over money will make you more mindful of where it's going and help you stick to your budget. So there you have it. 7 ways your own brain might be sabotaging your financial success. From wanting everything right now to following the crowd, these mental shortcuts are powerful. But now that you know about them, you can start to recognize them in your own life. The goal isn't to be a perfect, emotionless robot. It's about being aware of these biases and building systems to counteract them. Automate your savings. Create a clear financial plan. Give yourself a 24-hour cool-down period before big purchases. And always question your own assumptions. Taking control of your money really starts with understanding your own mind. Thank you so much for watching. Hope this gave you some valuable insights into your own financial psychology. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more content on mastering your money and your mind. Let me know in the comments which of these habits you've noticed in yourself. I'd love to hear from you. Stay smart, stay savvy, and I'll see you in the next video.